We're back, and Amber is back to her usual antics. All right, so we're breaking in hopes of getting, oh my goodness, yes, we're getting a piano. Um, Basically, not a whole lot has happened other than a rather unexpected promotion. I was pretty surprised when this happened, and honestly, it kind of created some issues. Um, so we got this pop-up, loophole promotion. Amber has discovered that a colleague who is in line for a promotion has been using the company resources for personal gain. Instead of exposing them, Amber considers joining in, knowing that this could also fast track her promotion. Does Amber collaborate in their misconduct or expose the scheme? And I decided to go ahead and collaborate. It kind of felt like the kind of thing she would do. And then a whole bunch of things started popping up. It said she was promoted to employee, whatever that means. But yeah, there was clearly an issue there. And then illicit alignment popped up. Amber's small business is now attracting more schemer customers and should get a extra boost in building customer relationships when she greets people. And it says Amber's collaboration with her colleague has paid off, propelling both up the corporate ladder. I wouldn't call it corporate, but you get the idea. And she was promoted to the muscle. She'll now make an additional 104 simoleons per hour for a grand total of 148. She got a bonus of 1,148 and a stolen ATM. And she swiped objects while she was at work, because she can't help herself. And now we're here swiping a piano. And apparently we have an ATM in our inventory back home, which I will probably put into the business. I've realized it's not a functional ATM, but I think it'll be kind of funny. So yeah, we've been having a lot going on, but not a lot, like the promotion's a big deal, but it really also was not that big of a deal. Now, for those who missed my last video, it was mostly just a build video, and we gave a massive renovation to the apartment building. Also, for those who did watch the last video, you might notice that it's not where we left off. I made some changes. It is more brown than orange, but believe it or not, this siding actually was considered orange. And I kind of went with it. I preferred the look of it overall. And it also meant that I made a lot of changes to just the styling of everything. I kept feeling like the black that we had was too cold, and I wanted to warm it up a bit. I I feel like her style is not cold, it's more retro, and so I wanted to kind of give this retro cozy feel. So down here, instead of the bright orange paper, I did end up going back to this one that I liked. It's maybe not exactly everyone's idea of orange, maybe leaning a little more yellow, but oh, it happened again. They keep breaking these. I'm going to have to put something else here instead. So I took out the black flooring that I had originally and replaced it with this one. I feel like it is a busier pattern on the floor, but I feel like it also works. And I had a few different options with this wallpaper, and I thought that having the wainscoting just felt warmer. Again, that was kind of where I was aiming, a lot of warming things up. I went to a darker color here. Now we did have black in the last video that I did. And originally we had a very light color. So these cabinets have been through a lot of variations, but I wanted it to just kind of all blend together a little bit and let, the food do the talking. Also, all of the windows and doors were black as well, and I changed them over to this wood, which I felt complemented the brick really well, and the doors and the cabinets all kind of that same tone. Now, I was really surprised to learn that this was classified as orange. I mean, I guess peach is an orange, and it is kind of a peach brown color, leaning definitely more brown, but I like the more muted effect, and I put that over here into the entry to the apartment as well. I think it looks a lot nicer, a lot calmer. I also changed up the tables a bit. I switched to these chairs, which meant I then changed the tables to match as close as possible. I really like these chairs, and it's actually the first time I've ever used them in a build, if you can believe that. I also kind of slightly adjusted this, brought it more over the corner because when we had the whole house up, it just felt kind of strange having it centered in the back and there was nothing over here. And it to me made sense that they would come out of their apartment door and over here to play. I also rearranged the apartment. I kept feeling like having the bathroom here in the middle just felt really awkward. I did like that it created, like a little galley kitchen area, and that was cute, but the space felt like it was badly laid out. And I was literally laying in bed just yesterday, and which was like 2 or 3 days after I had filmed that last episode. And I was like, I have this space here. That would be a perfect spot to pop that shower in, and we could build the bathroom coming off of there. And then it would create this dining space over here, which is more of a game space than a dining space. But then we had the open window here. We could put their desk there, and maybe it's a little awkward being out in the middle of the room, but it created a living space over here. I could move this over, but I kind of wanted to leave room for the litter box that I now relocated up here. And we did actually get a slightly bigger kitchen out of this as well. I could have kept it galley style, but I wanted to just open things up a little. Their rooms are exactly the same as they were, other than the windows changing color. And yeah, I think overall to me it feels much better, much warmer, much more in keeping with Amber's style. Her needs are actually pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the store here because we do have a stock of things that she's been making. While making these, she managed to get her baking skill up to level 8 and actually a little bit above. So we can now make fruitcake and gelatin cake, which that looks like it's a lower quality, but it's apparently normal quality. The artisan herb bread sounds really amazing, actually, and I wouldn't mind that, but oh, Franklin's sleeping on the rug. The girls have been working hard on their formative moments and their aspirations. Uh, we're struggling to get to finish reading books. She keeps reading, and I'm certain that she finishes the book, but it doesn't count. And I have been doing different books, so it should be working. I've tried switching over to doing adult books or ones that are not specifically labeled as children's, hoping that that would help. But yeah, I'm struggling. And this one, I'll probably just buy school projects for the both of them so that I can complete that one, and also they kind of get a boost to that. She needs to achieve level 5 in the mental skills. She's been mainly playing games on the computer to do that. There's that one game. I always forget the names of the games. Arithmetic Attack. So she's been playing that to get her mental skill up. I keep hoping it will get her focused so she can do homework, but yeah, she's already done her homework. She had to do extra credit a couple times. And yeah, she wants to read a bunch of smart stuff. So I have technology books purchased, and I have her read them, but again, like with Fable, only one of them actually like checked off. So I don't know if it's a glitch or what's going on. There's a lot of things between mods and game bugs that could be causing issues. So I try to make the most of it. I try to be aware of what she's actually, or what each of them has actually done. And if I need to, I guess I will go ahead and cheat through it. But in this one, I haven't gotten to yet. To be good at gaming, I need to prove it and win at least 3 games on a gaming console. So this is a gaming console. I I don't know that I see her as a gamer, but in order to make her an enthusiast, she has to do this. So I'm just going to have her do an online game with her old nanny and grandma and her cousin. That sounds like fun. Speaking of Ashlyn, I cannot get their relationship to improve. Now, this is for those who are not following along with the whole story. Ashlyn is reincarnated and is the grandmother of, or great grandmother? I can't keep these things straight at this point. Great grandmother of Amber. So this is her father's mom reincarnated. So they have this strange connection and the odd familiarity, but they have awful compatibility, a distant relationship, and they hate each other. And the big meanie face sentiment. It's so horrible to me that they have such an awful relationship because Amber has kind of she has a lot of what she has because of Ashlyn, because Ashlyn was there for her, gave her, her first bakery and all of that. She'd, moved in with Ashlyn when things were rough with her parents. Just it's been a whole thing, and it crushes me that they have such an awful relationship. And any activity, any type of even friendly interactions, funny interactions, whatever it may be, anything we do seems to just irritate Ashlyn. Their relationship gets worse and worse if Amber just so much as speaks to her. So I don't know how to deal with that. It like I said, it's so rough for me because I really don't. What are you doing over here? I really don't like that that's the way things are. Okay, we're going to welcome you to our business. Yeah, I don't think we can afford to hire someone just yet. I'm still trying to figure out how you got all the way over here and why you're over there. Okay, Myron, we're going to welcome you as well. We improve our business just by talking to them. And apparently because of our illicit alignment, that's even stronger of an effect. We can become best friends with you. Oh, I don't want to hire you. Maybe we could, but I don't want to. I always seem to have friends and family show up as non-customers whenever I open a business. And it not just in this safe. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate you doing that, Eduardo. You're kind of cool. You're kind of cute. I swear my mailbox just eats my bills. Does yours do that? Ooh. Okay. Sure. We're going to let's do a little romantic introduction. She's gonna feel a little flirty today, I think. Oh, are you scared of something? It's our ghost cat, isn't it? Everybody's afraid of the ghost cat. He's really harmless. He's actually the sweetest thing ever. And at some point, we're actually going to maybe, get... Wait, that was pretty pathetic. A group of annoying teenagers that joined the online match were laughing at how bad Fable was the whole time. Yeah, I'm guessing we didn't make much progress on my plans there. We're having a party over at my place. Do you want to come? I have work in 4 days. Sure. We have a business open, though. And we just started flirting with someone. Whatever. We're coming. Hey, we still managed to make over 300 simoleons in that time. Entertainers need an instrument or microphone. Oh, we're having a party? Okay. Yeah, the host might want to put on some clothes. Let's help him out here. Let's give you, top and bottom. Probably some shoes would be great, too. Now, Lester maybe doesn't have the greatest sense of fashion, but you know what? It is what it is. Okay, tell him a girl's joke. Let's see. Anyone to flirt with here? Yeah. I'm like so judgy sounding. Hey, did we actually meet Eduardo? There you go. Invite Eduardo over. I'm sure they'd understand if you just want to invite a friend over. Then we have someone to flirt with at least. Flirt 5 times? Okay, Eduardo. Let's, we don't want to argue right away. What the heck? Okay, let's try to console. Apparently, you're not feeling well. Oh. 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 Hey, then. Irrational danger from being screamed at? But, but what, but why are you screaming at us? We want to flirt with you, not scream at you. Okay, deep thoughts. Discuss healthy relationships, because we're totally the expert on that. Look at her swaying that butt. My goodness, she is working it today. Okay, yep. Okay, he's scared of us for some reason. Probably because we're so casual about the fact that we have... How did we socialize 25 times? Is it counting the other guests just talking to each other? Promote our social network. Eduardo's single. And apparently is offended by us. Brighten your day. Let's not threaten anybody. Dude, chill. Why is everyone so just hating it? I realize we don't have the greatest, like, reputation. That's the word I was looking for. But, you know, I mean, are you into jokes? Knock knock jokes? Everyone hates a good knock knock joke. Okay, can we, boast about our exploits? I'm sure that's gonna go over well. Oh, he did not like that. Okay, bad mood there. Okay, let's see. Let's get it to know you a bit. You know, find out what you enjoy, and maybe we can work with that. Tell you a funny story. Okay, that is not going well. Okay, well, you know, finding her love is gonna be kind of tough, I think. Things are not really working out for us. Do we have some food? We do need some food. Did someone make food? Could we order food? Oh, hello. We got like a whole thing out here. Watch the sky with... Yeah. Let's see how Eduardo feels about it. He's probably gonna say no. Oh, what? Okay. He's like, can't get any worse than it already is. I mean, this feels very romantic, so... Are you sure you're into this, Eduardo? I mean, oh. Okay, oh. Look at her making a move right away. Okay, well, somehow this whole thing is abhorrent, but he is whispering into her ear. This counts as flirting as well. So, you know, toxic relationships, kind of her thing. This, I guess, shouldn't even be, like, at all a shock to anyone. She's not comfortable enough to be charming. She could compliment his appearance, though. They're falling in love, but they hate each other. Yeah, she's just good at absolutely ridiculously awful relationships. I'm flattered, but I'm not interested in that type of relationship with you. You know, yeah. I kind of figured that's the way it was going to go. It most definitely is counting the other guests here. Okay. I need to get something, though. Let's see. Can I bake something? And are they going to throw an absolute fit if I do? Let's make a rainbow gelatin cake. That's very party appropriate. We're going to stop jeering at Eduardo, because this relationship is clearly not working. And we're just going to hide away in the kitchen and bake something. Hope that we don't get yelled at for it. It's a party. They'll understand. And, you know, I don't know why I care about the goals. It's not like it's my party. I do have a mod that allows me to kind of have some control over the parties. Okay, I don't know if he's like, hey, awesome. You're an excellent baker. Thanks for baking something for us. I don't know why you're putting a jello mold in the oven, but hey, you're the expert. We could come on up here while no one's looking and steal a TV. And let's see. We've got, yeah, we should have time to get this before we have to leave. Party's almost over. There you go. Hey, look at that. Nobody caught us. We'll just come down here and open this up and maybe see if there's a book that we like. Here, can we read that? Sure. I don't know why we're going to read that. I'm kind of hoping it'll just stay in her inventory and then we have another book for our house. Okay, yeah, that was a boring party, but we managed to steal something, so yay. Okay, well, I would say we have a 2,595 simoleon. Oh, actually, the piano is less. Okay. And we're going to put the ATM down here. I mean, it's a little obvious it's stolen, but I won't tell if you won't tell, okay? I just want to put these out so I can sell those. Okay, then I think because we have, you know, a little bit of money to work with, I'm going to add some rugs, maybe some curtains, just do a couple of little things to kind of dress up the place a little bit. I feel like because there's so much pattern on the walls, I want something a little bit like more plain. I just don't know where I want to put that with the way that's done. Yeah, I think we'll work with that. Okay, I also feel like I want the matching couch over here, or love seats or chairs or something, but I might have to move this cat bed. We could probably put this over here. They can still get through there easily. And the rug is kind of cool. I don't know which version or which color to go with. I like that one, but I think that better matches the other rug. Okay, and then we want to do something in here. Let's make it daytime so I can at least maybe see the color a little bit. Okay, I kind of like that rug. I don't know that it goes with the walls. I'm still debating those walls. I'm really unsure of that, but it'll be fine for now. I do really like that rug though. And then I need something here in the kitchen. I think it might be better if we just go more like this. I need to be able to put it slightly. I don't know. I feel like that is probably better. Yeah, I don't know. Does it matter? Not really, but I'll sit and agonize over it until I decide what looks best. Probably if I take that off, I could tell a little better. Okay. Yeah, I mean, right about there-ish. No, I'm hating it. I don't know. I think because of the shape of the kitchen, I think I'm gonna tuck that under and then we can pretend it's like one of those half rugs. As long as it's not sticking through the wall, we are good. Okay, yeah. That's a little too under the rug, or under there. Okay, there we go. It's a half rug. You know, those are a thing. Okay, and I don't think we need more rugs down here really, but it might be nice to get an extra table or two. Of course, then we will need more rugs. Okay, I want to just turn this on so that I can kind of get an idea of where I'm going with these. And, yeah, I want a second one. Oh, that's not really going to work over there. Do I want it lined up or do I want to do more like this? I don't know if I'd want to sit right in front of the counter like that if it were me, but, yeah, I don't know how I want to arrange this. Maybe I'll have to move the ATM over like here or something. Let's see. I don't really want it lined up. That's my biggest thing. But where do I want the ATM to go? Maybe I want the ATM like outside for some reason. Just because it looks better-ish. It doesn't really. Okay, so like little two people seating. I probably want that up against the wall though. I want it like that. Yeah, I could live with that. Where do I want that ATM though? If I didn't have the doors on the side here, this would be a good spot to tuck it in. I don't really want it at the front door. I could take that out, but then it just ruins my whole symmetry thing. I have an obsessive symmetry thing. I fully admit that. Okay, we're going to delete these because those are awful. And then I need to put in some new actual lighting. And that is one of the things I wanted to change here was the lighting to make it a little bit more cozy. Could do something like this. It does kind of fit the vibe in here. We could also do something like this, but I feel like, I don't know. I do kind of like how it warms up the space though. But do we have a color that better fits? Maybe the actual wood matching the wood here. And then we can match this one as well. So then it kind of matches the tone of everything. And I'm kind of thinking, oh, those are smaller. I want something here. Maybe our business sign or some kind of... I don't really want neon. That just doesn't feel right for this space. I could put more of these, but then that feels like excessive. Unless I put them over on the sides of these. Just so that it looks like it's framing them a bit and it brings a bit more light over this way. I'm also realizing that one is way off. So I have that one centered, but not that one for reasons known only to previous me. Okay, that is making it feel a bit cozy. Okay, we do have this thing that looks like it says the hours. Maybe we'll put that out here, or we could put it right on the window. Kind of move it down here like that. I think that's cute. I do have these thrifted art pieces. They're also a 4 inspiring decor. That's actually pretty impressive. Do I have 2 things that are like... Yeah, those kind of coordinate. So I can put that on that side and that on that side. And then there was like a smaller one. I could maybe create some kind of little arrangement of these. I think I need to change the color of the other one though. It's not perfect, but I think it will add a little warmth and a little inspiration. Okay, and I'm going to be honest, I absolutely love these cold brew lights. So I'm going to put one over each of these. And I don't think I'm going to put them over here because that'd be right up against the wall there, but I will put one over each side of this. And if it doesn't look awful, I kind of want one right in the middle as well. I don't think that's too low. Maybe it is. I don't know. Let's see. What do you think? Yeah, I think that works. I mean, yeah, maybe I shouldn't put it right in the middle though, because like if you're imagining someone standing behind that, it would be kind of obnoxious. Because you'd be staring right into the light bulb. Maybe we'll do it like that. Although that's covering up those. Does this all really matter as much as I'm making it matter? Not really, but I like things to have, you know, little detailed touches. Okay, so I want to take out this. I almost feel like I need more of a up close to the ceiling one over here yet. Oh, I could do something like that, but then I feel like that doesn't work with these. You know, it is a little dim, but I kind of like the way it feels. And actually, this cold brew set kind of gives us a few things that are going to be very helpful for what we're doing here. We could get some cups up here. Actually, do I want them in the back or do I want them, kind of want them over here? And salt and pepper shakers. Maybe on the tables. We don't really serve the kind of things that require salt and peppers, so it's a little strange. Let's see. We do have a functional teapot. Napkin holder. Does that sits on the counter? Okay, that would be something that we could use. I don't know which one is, probably just the one that fits here. We can just tuck that onto that table and this one. I don't really want to put them on the other table because I already have the plants there and I don't want to lose the plants. No. There are a lot of cute things here, but syrup bottles. I went looking for ideas for putting up. Can I sell from that? It's a cake stand. I was looking for plant ideas, and next thing I know, I'm adding more decor. Okay, now back to plants. I should have plenty of money to get some plants. I love these fern plants, but it's not going to work for this situation, I think. We can get an herb pot over here. You know, show that we're preparing fresh herbs and, you know, have them displayed. Those are going into our stuff. Yeah, you know, fresh herb bread. I don't know if that makes any sense, but we're going with it. Oh, I have a grounded version. I'm kind of just trying to find like 2 little plants to go on each side here. Nothing too over the top. I mean, I have Bridgerton wallflowers. I'm not really finding, I guess maybe I do kind of like that. And then we can do like a little touch of an orange. And they're not overpowering in size. They just add a way of kind of welcoming you in. I feel like this feels so much cozier. I don't know how I'm going to cover these windows, though. I don't even know that I really want to. I could do these cabin slats. I don't know if I like that color, though. I think we need something a little more muted. Maybe like that. It feels like it kind of blends together a bit, but I think it actually kind of also works. Unfortunately, these only come in like a 2 tile or 1 tile. So it's basically layer them and it looks awful, or don't put anything, or look for something entirely different for these. I could bring the greenery in this way. I do always love these. And it adds a little color without blocking the windows. I think I could live with that. I don't know, am I crazy for liking how that looks? I don't know if I like the plants in there with that, though. I would have to probably find an alternative. But it definitely looks better without the plants inside. But I kind of want a curtain then, yet. We could go into the gently draping set. And we have our left and right curtains. Okay. So we can put these kind of off center a little. Bring in the sheer. And then put the rail up on top. So then we have kind of a nice cozy look there. Layered. And then from the outside, it kind of almost frames the bit of art that we've added. I think I kind of like that. It's going to be tough, though, deciding. I don't know if I want to put curtains here. We'll have to see how it looks. I think we'll skip the curtains here. I don't like that. But I do like them on the main part there. I think that looks good. And we could probably mimic them upstairs because it, you know, would make sense that they would have curtains. I don't know if we're going to be able to afford all of it. I've already been looking at the fact that we need to get some kind of curtains at some point because of the fact that the way I had to line these up on the upstairs so that they looked right from outside, they're a bit low, to be honest. It just, once I put the trim and everything on, I wanted to center it in that section, but it keeps everything kind of really low hanging. Okay, so that's given them privacy, which makes sense that they would want that. I do need to move that desk back just a hair so it's not sticking through the curtains. It's funny the way that they kind of disappear at different angles, but that kind of creates just a sheer privacy kind of thing. And then I just need to find a pink that's going to work well in here. I'm thinking more of this shade, and I want to do the sheer. Actually, I think I want to do, yeah, I want to do the shears in this color instead of what we've been doing, you know, the pattern kind of thing. And then I want to do the darker color over the top. Yeah, I think I like the way that looks. Okay, I'm just going to leave the kitchen window open though. I think that works. Okay. Yeah, we have 1,000 simoleons left. Somehow this turned into a build video. And I am pretty much just going to wrap things up here. It was kind of a check-in sort of video. Actually, a bit more happened than I had figured would in between episodes. So basically at this point, my plan is to keep building Amber's skills here, trying to work toward that next promotion, and we're getting pretty close on the aspiration. We just have 2 more levels. I'm not worried about the business doing well. That's not important, but I do need to keep baking because we need to build that skill. I think other than maxing out the baking and maxing out her career, which is needed to complete this, and then just waiting for someone to die in our presence, that's pretty much it for wrapping up Orange. So I feel like we don't have a lot left with her, so I kind of want to just speed things along a bit, and I will play through most of the childhood of Sable and Fable off camera, and we'll come back a bit closer, a day or two from when they're about to become teens, so we can start exploring Pink Generation a bit more. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to paw that like button if you enjoyed curling up here today. And remember, stay cozy, stay kind, and stay curious.